Okay, hi everyone. It is Thursday, 18th of November, and we're going to have a well-rounded practice today. Of course, working the core as usual, the hips, the inner and outer thighs. And after our pranayama, our breathing exercises, I'd like to work with a tennis ball where we're going to massage the piriformis muscle. So have the tennis ball by your side so we can grab that and use it. Okay. So let's just start by some simple shoulder rolls. You can get yourself into a seated position or on a meditation stool or on a pillow. Let's change direction of the circle. Bring the shoulders up and forward. That's it. Good. Now, as you bring the shoulders back down, feel as if they float on top of the ribs, okay? Because that's actually what they do. They do float on top of the ribs. We don't need to press down and certainly avoid lifting up. So just feel like they're floating here and spreading wide to the sides. Keep the chest lifted and turn your head from right to left. So I've mentioned this before, but I always like to mention at the beginning of class why we do these head and neck exercises is to keep the vestibular organ, which is behind your ear, keeping it healthy and stimulated. Now let's roll the head from one shoulder to the other in half circles. So the reason why doing this is going to be good for this vestibular organ is because it has nerves that end in the muscles in the neck. And working the muscles of the neck and just moving the head helps to connect to that vestibular system and keep it functioning properly. Bring your chin back down to your chest, lift your head, and we're simply going to nod, lifting the chin and lowering. The vestibular organ is responsible for the movement of every muscle in our bodies and for especially our balance. So it's super important to do these types of exercises. And if you think about it, sitting at your desk, just do a couple of these exercises for the head and neck. It's going to keep everything functioning properly and healthily. Okay, bring your head to a neutral position now. And we'll do a quick stretch of the ribs. So grab a hold of your right wrist and lean over to the left. Come back up and switch. Grab a hold of your left wrist and lean over to your right. And we'll do that again. Grab your right, lean over. It's kind of opening the ribs. Change, leaning over. Good. One more time each side. We change, we grab, lean over. Beautiful. And last one. Grab and lean over. Excellent. Let's bring the arms back down. Now today we're going to be doing a dynamic breathing exercise. So I want you to lift your fingers up and your hands in front of the shoulders. And when you breathe in, I want you to raise your arms in a V position, keeping the fingers long, lengthened. And as you breathe out, close your hands, make a little fist. And just a little key, you want your thumb on the outside of the fingers, not inside. We want it on the outside. And bring it down like you're pulling a bar down. So let's do that again. Breathe in, deep breath, and breathe out. Pull down the bar. Beautiful. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out, pull down the bar. Okay, as you do this, breathe in. Keep your tongue in home position. So it's curved, touching the roofs of the mouth and the backs of the teeth. Good. Keep the head steady. Keep the neck steady. Again. Good. Looking good. Pull down. Excellent, everyone. One more time. And pull down. Good. Set your hands around the lower ribs. Close your eyes, relax your shoulders, and take some deep breaths. Feel that the ribs expand out to the sides, front and back. And as you breathe out, they sink back inwards towards each other. Yes. And again, we breathe in, expanding. Good. Breathing out, releasing. Keep the eyes closed and see if you can slow this down. We're going to slow it down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Breathing in. 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Breathing out. 5, 4, 3, 2. Open your eyes. Raise your arms as we did before. Breathe in. Reach. Breathe out. Pull down. A little bit faster. Breathe in. Reach. Breathe out. Pull down. 3 more. Breathe in. Pull down. Breathe in. Pull down as you breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. Pull down as you breathe out. Good. Hands to the lower ribs again. Close your eyes and we breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 5. Good. Breathe in. Excellent. Breathe out. One more time. Breathing out. Well done, everyone. Open your eyes and we'll reach up again. Last round. Breathing out. Breathing in, lift. Breathing out. Breathing in, lift. Breathing out. 2 more. Breathe in, lift. Breathing out. Last one. Hands at the lower ribs. Close your eyes. Calm the breath. Breathe in. 5, 4. Feel the expansion. 2, 1. Good job. Breathing out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're doing great. Breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. 2 more times. Breathing out. Last one. Breathe in. Breathing out. Excellent. Open your eyes and take natural breaths now. Natural breaths. Good job. Take your tennis ball, please. And we're sitting on our mats comfortably. And you're going to cross your right leg over your left ankle. So what this does is it stretches out the muscles of the hip as well as the piriformis. Right leg crossed over the left ankle. Take your tennis ball, please, and place it underneath the right hip. Okay. Now the movement we're going to make is to roll from side to side, and you let your knee, your right knee, go down towards the floor and back. You're going to feel this massages a very sensitive part in the glutes. This is usually the piriformis muscle, which is often inflamed. Okay? Why is it inflamed? Because we sit most of the day. Come off the tennis ball. Take the tennis ball away and simply rock back and forth on that same hip. Rock back and forth just to let go a little bit of the massage. It can be quite painful. Let's do the other side. Sitting down. You're on the left glute now, left ankle over the right thigh, and you rock back and forth. Hands are behind you for support. And you should feel this is a very, very strong massage in that piriformis muscle. And this muscle, if it's severely inflamed, can create the sensation of sciatica, an inflammation of the sciatic nerve. It's because the sciatic nerve runs either between it or underneath it. Good. Coming off the tennis ball, place it to the side now. We don't need it anymore for now. And you can just sit on that left glute and rock back and forth a few times. Good job. Very good. Let's bring the feet behind us. Come up onto the hands and knees. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Lift your chin and let's take a deep breath in and curl the spine. And then breathe out and round the spine. And again, we'll breathe in and curl. Breathing out, rounding. A few more times. Breathing in, curling. Breathing out, rounding. Once more, let's breathe in and curl. Breathing out and rounding. And come back to a flat back. Bring your knees together. We're just going to warm up a little bit the articulation of the hip. So start with the right knee. Bring the right knee towards the elbow, then up and around and behind you and down again. Make big movements. Elbow, shoulder, around and back down. As you do this circle, you can let the back twist a little bit, no problem. One more circle. Now let's change directions. Bring the leg up behind you and forward. Down, back behind you and forward. Taking your time with this. Look for mobility in the hip. One more time. And we bring the knee down underneath the right hip. Knees come together again, and we'll do the left hip. So, towards the elbow, up and around. See if you can make a nice big movement. Keeping both hands down. Keeping both arms as straight as possible. One more circle in this direction. And we change directions. Bring the leg up behind you and around. Taking your time, remaining aware of what's going on in the hip as well and what's going on in the back. One more circle. Good job. Bring the knee down. Open your knees now. Reach your arms far out in front of you and curve the low back. So we get into the bowstring position. You don't want to just let the back dump. You want to let it lightly curve with an engagement through the back body. So begin bouncing back and forth. And the curve doesn't have to be very big. It can be just perfect for your back. Good. Couple more bounces. All right. Tucking your toes under, let's rise up to a crouching cat position. So it's not quite down dog. The knees stay bent, the hips stay lifted, shoulders are open wide, and we'll bounce back and forth, opening the knees to the sides. Feel what's going on also in your feet, your toes, a nice stretch, opening up the bottoms of the feet. Now turn your knees and toes to the right, and let's bounce here. So after the stretch of the Piriformis, this can be really super nice to engage all those muscles in the back body to protect the Piriformis. Let's turn and go in the opposite direction, and we bounce down and up. Hips go way back. 3, 2, 1. Point your toes forward and open your feet as wide as the mat. Begin walking your hands back. And then set your fingertips on the floor in front of you. Knees are wide, hips are down. Lift your chest. And we'll bounce here. 5, hips go back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. One hand at a time on the thighs. Lift the chest. Arms can straighten out, hips can go straight back, shoulders wide. Lift your chin. And I want you to take your right arm and lift it up diagonally and then bring it back down. Same thing, left arm, lift it diagonally, reaching, and bring it back down. This time, lift your right arm and lean over to your left. So you're still in the squat, you're just sort of stretching out the side of the body. Left hand on the thigh to support. Come back to center Left arm, let's reach it and lean out to your right, stretching over, back to center. Hands come down, push against the thighs to come all the way to a standing position. Good. Step your feet in and bring them hip width. Set your hands at your low back, bending your knees now. Let your hips tilt forward, lift the chest, and lean back, looking to the sky. Legs are soft, knees are slightly bent, that's it. The belly is long. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, let your head go back, and then looking forward, lift yourself up to a beautiful standing posture position. Knees soft, hips slightly turned back rather than tucked under. Avoid tucking. Keep the hips back. Keep the belly long, shoulders wide, arms by your sides. Take some steps forward until you reach the front edge of your mat. Feet at hip width, hands to the heart center. All right, we're going to get moving. Take a deep breath in, raise the arms and stretch skyward. Bring your hands to your heart center. Your elbows come to your knees, and then set your hands down to step back into a plank position. In the plank position, I want you to lift your head and hold it. 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees down. Lower the chest down to the floor, nice and easy. Point your toes, lengthening out your legs. Now we're going to do something different. Normally here, I'd put you into a cobra. Instead, I want you to lift both legs, squeezing the glutes, using the backs of the legs to lift. Bring your legs back down. Push up onto the hands and knees. Tuck your toes and take down dog or crouching cat, whichever you prefer. Lift your right leg up behind you with a bent knee. Bring the right knee out to the right, keeping the hips up. Bring it back up behind you and step it halfway up the mat. Then step the left foot, then the right and the left. Knees bend low, hands to the thighs, lift the chest. Take that chair position with the arms up by your ears, and then all the way up to a standing position. In the standing position, arms straight by your sides, contracting the triceps. Lift the chest, hands to your heart center. We go again, other side. Deep breath in. Breathing out, elbows to knees. We start slow, stepping back to a plank position. Lift your head looking forward, hold it. 3, 2, 1. Knees come down, lower yourself down, and again, rather than a cobra, point your toes and lift both legs, holding 3, 2, 1. Lower the legs down, push up onto the hands and knees first, tucking the toes, come into down dog or crouching cat. Lift your left leg up behind you, bring it out to the left, back up behind you, then set it halfway up the mat and begin stepping your feet forward until you reach the front edge. Knees bend, hands to the thighs to help your back up. Raise your arms by your ears for that chair. And then all the way up to standing, arms stretched straight by your sides. We're going to speed it up. Hands to your heart center. Deep breath in, let's rise. Folding elbows to knees. Stepping back to a plank position. Still hold here. 3, 2, 1. Knees come down, chest comes down. Point your toes, raise your legs, holding 3, 2, 1. Legs come down, up onto the knees, and then crouching cat or down dog. Right leg comes up behind you, to the right, back up behind, step it forward, begin going all the way to the front edge. Knees bend, come up to a chair, and all the way up to standing. Hands to your heart center again. Deep breath in, rise. Elbows to knees. Stepping back to a plank. Lift your head, 3, 2, 1. Knees come down, move it down. Point your toes, raise your legs, holding 3, 2, 1. Bring your legs back down, up onto the knees. Down dog or crouching cat. Left leg up to the left shoulder. Back up again. Step it forward. All the way from the edge of the mat, taking the chair. And all the way up to standing. Good. Hands to your heart center. Do it 2 more times. Deep breath in, rise up. Good. Elbows to knees, coming down. Beautiful, everyone. Stepping back to a plank. Excellent. Move yourself down. Good. Point your toes, raise your legs. That's it. Yeah, I know we have the habit of the cobra, but see if you can get present and aware. Bring your legs back down. Tuck your toes, down dog or crouching cat. Right leg comes up. Out to your right, towards the right shoulder. Yes, back up behind you. Good job. Step it forward. Going forward, forward, forward. Excellent. Take the chair. Beautiful, ladies. All the way up to standing, arms by your side, straighten them out. Hands to your heart center now. Deep breath in, rise up. Breathing out, fold forward. Everybody looking great. Stepping back to plank, hold the plank. 3, 2, 1. Move yourself down. Remember, it's the legs that lift. Point your toes, lift the legs. Good. Bring the legs back down. Push back. Down dog or crouching cat. Left leg lifts out to the shoulder. Back again behind you. Step it forward and stepping all the way forward to the chair position. Good. Arms down by your sides. We're going to keep going. We'll add on. Hands to your heart center. Deep breath in. Let's rise. Fold it. Elbows to knees. Stepping back to the plank position. Now watch carefully. You could bring down your right knee and open your left arm to the sky, or you could spin both heels to get a side plank position, full side plank, holding 3, 2, whichever one you wish. 1, bring the hands back down. Bring your knees down, open your hands now. Get ready to do push-ups. You can lift your feet if you wish. 3 push-ups, 3. And Kathy, you wanna skip these, okay? Skip these completely. All the way down. Point the toes. Everyone raise the legs. 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs down onto your hands and knees, and then down dog or crouching cat. Raise the right leg behind you, out to the right, back up behind you. Step the right foot forward and the left till you get to the front edge. Chair position. We're going to bounce here, bouncing down. 3, 2, 1. Arms straight by your sides. Come back to the standing position. Perfect posture. Yes, hands to your heart center. Deep breath in, let's rise. Elbows to knees, looking great. Step back to a plank position. Either your left knee can come down, you raise your right arm, or you can spin out on both feet. And we hold. 3, 2, 1. Left hand comes down. Bring your knees down, open your hands. Kathy, skip the push-ups. Everybody else, 3 push-ups. 2, 1, all the way down. Point the toes, raise the legs, hold it. 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs back down onto the hands and knees, down dog or crouching cat. Left leg up to the left elbow. Back up again. Stepping forward. Bend your knees low, taking chair. Hold it here, bouncing. 3, 2, 1. Up to standing, arms by your sides. Good. Hands to your heart center. 2 more rounds. Deep breath in, rise. Fold it. Stay with it, ladies. Stepping back to plank. This is where we get stronger. Yes. Spinning out. Left arm comes up. Yes, you could bring your right knee down if you want. Hold it. 3. Beautiful. 2, 1, coming back. Get ready for the push-ups. Knees can come down if you wish and go for it. 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Point your toes, raise the legs. Keep the chest down, holding. 3, doing great, everyone. 2, 1, push back, down dog or crouching cat. Right leg lifts up behind you, out to the right. Yes, back up behind you, stepping forward until you get into the chair position. Hold yourself in chair, hold here, close your eyes for a moment, close your eyes. Good, to get stronger, you need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to push yourself a little bit farther, just a little bit. It's like dosing, right? It's like medication. You take too much medication, it's poisonous. You take just enough and it can make you better. Come up to standing, arms by your sides, arms straight. Good, hands to your heart center. Let's do one last round. Deep breath in, rise. Elbows to knees going down, stepping back to a plank. Beautiful, ladies. Good. Spin out, raising your right arm. You can spin your feet or bring the left knee down. Choose, holding 3. Good, 2. Excellent. 1, move back, your hands to the floor. And for your 3 push-ups, go for it. 3, 2. So good, ladies. All the way down. Chest to the floor. Stretch your legs, point your toes, raise the legs. Holding 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs back down, hands under the shoulders, push back, down dog or crouching cat. Mobilize the hip, lift the left leg up, out to your left. Back up to the sky. Good. Swing it forward, stepping forward until you get into chair. 1 more hold in the chair. Raise your arms and close your eyes. Good. You are stronger than you think you are. Your legs will never let you go out of chair. They will always hold you. It's the brain that gets in the way, that says, I can't take it anymore. It's not the legs. So to take you farther, let your legs do the work. Just 2 more breaths. So good, ladies. Last breath, deep breath in and breathe everything out. Come up to standing. Bravo. Arms by your sides. Good. Hands can come to your hips. We're going to be doing a standing stretch of the Piriformis. So you'll take your right ankle and place it over your left thigh. It needs to be above the knee, okay? The right foot should be flexed. Let your hips move back like you're sitting in a chair. From here, clasp your fingers together and shoot your fingers forward, okay? Sink down nice and low. And if you want to take it farther, begin twisting to your right. Keep the legs stable, turn your shoulders. Keep the legs pointing forward, knees pointing forward, and hold it. 3, 2, 1. Point your hands back forward, uncross your legs, bring your arms by your sides to release. Good job, good job. Left ankle crossed over the right thigh, so it's above the knee. The foot is flexed. The knee points diagonally upwards rather than out to the side, diagonally upwards. It's healthier for your hips. Let your hips sink back, clasp your hands together and shoot your fingers forward. Lift through the chest, and if you want to take it farther, begin twisting to your left. Even if you fall out of the posture, it's no big deal. Keep your knees pointing forward. Just retake the posture if you need to, holding 3. That's great. 2 and 1. We unwind and release. Ay, ay, ay. Good job. Take a little step back till you're at the middle of your mat. Bend your knees, let your hips sink backwards. Set your right foot on the top, above the knee, so on the thigh of the left leg. Both knees kind of bend and point skywards. The hips sink down. Palms together. Thumbs at the crown of the head, elbows pointing up. So let's go. Lift the chest, lengthen the belly. It's infinity pose. Holding and breathing. Oops, see, even I fell out of it. 3. I'll take it again. 2, 1. Releasing, bring the legs down. Good. Left foot on top of the right thigh, just above the knee. Bend your standing knee, let the hips sink back. The knees will lift. Palms together, thumbs to the crown of the head, lift the elbows, lift the eyes. Stretch your belly, lifting the chest. And we hold. 3, 2, 1. Good job, releasing. Well done. Step again to the front edge of your mat. Hands to your heart center. Let's take a deep breath in, rise up. And as we fold, bring the elbows down to your knees and step back to your plank position. So everyone in plank position, please. Lift your head. Kati, you can do this on your elbows. I think it's a better idea on the elbows, so no stress on the hand or the wrist. Holding in plank, let's raise our right leg up. Bring it out to the side. Bring it back in and down. Left leg comes up, out to the left. Back in and down. Right leg up, out to the right. Back in and down. Left leg. Keep holding. Keep breathing. If you need to bring your knees down, you can do it. Last time, right leg. You can also come down your elbows if it's better. Last one, left leg. Woo! Almost there. All right, knees come down. Lower yourself down onto your belly. Good job. Hands under the forehead. Release your feet and let your hips rock from side to side. Well done, everyone. Good. Okay. Lifting up, I want you to set your hands wide, fingertips on the floor. Now this is the lizard position that we've done before a long time ago. Fingertips are down, even the thumbs. Elbows are pointing up. Take a deep breath in and you'll come up a little bit, pressing into the floor and come back down. Kathy, this is a really good exercise for you, but make sure there's no pain, okay? Take a deep breath in, we rise. And we come back down. See how high you can get. Breathing in, we're gonna do 5 of these. Breathing out. Feel the stretch through the belly as you lift. Breathing in. Breathing out. 2 more. At the last one, we're gonna stay just for a little while. Stay up as high as possible and see if you can lean to the right and the left. Right and left. One more time, right and left. Come back to center and come on back down. Good. Hands under the forehead, move the hips again. Then, lifting the head, let's bring the left elbow underneath the left shoulder. The arm points inwards towards the right. And we grab a hold of the right ankle, getting stretched down the front of the right thigh. Let your hips drop towards the floor and look straight forward. See if you can widen your shoulders and just get into the stretch of the quadriceps. If your foot is here, it's fine too. Or you could grab a hold as well onto your pant leg. Take another deep breath in and let's release down. Hands come under the forehead. Move your hips again. Good. We change sides. Right elbow under the right shoulder. Grab a hold of the left foot. Turn your hips downwards towards the floor. Turn your shoulders forward and pull the heel towards the hip, and we hold. Taking deep, slow breaths. All of these exercises will help to release again the piriformis muscle. It's It's also super good for the thighs and the low back, actually. We sit all day, shortening out the fronts of the thighs and the hip flexors. This helps to release them and stretch them out a bit. Okay, let's let go. Move the hips again from side to side. Now this preps us for a bow pose. So I don't often do the bow pose, grabbing the ankles. We do them now touching the heels. It's less high. You don't get up very high in this. But what is better is that it doesn't strain the low back nor place the hips in undue pressure. So we want to lift the head, shoulders, and chest and lift your knees as high as possible. You're basically touching your heels. All right, we hold it here. Set your gaze and breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Come on back down. Hands under the shoulders. Push up onto the knees. That felt good. Right hand off the mat. Left hand on top. Press your hips back. And then we change. Left hand off the mat. Right hand on top. Press your hips back. Okay. Coming back up. We're going to bring our knees to one side. And I want you to get onto one side. Get onto the side where you can face your device so you can see me. Doesn't matter if it's right or left side. We'll bring the arm down. The head is down on the arm. The opposite hand is out in front of you. Keep the lower knee bent and straighten the top leg. Point the toes down and lift the leg as high as possible. Now, lifting that leg, you're going to be getting into glute medius, which is at the side of the glute. You'll feel it all in this area, as well as moving down the side of the leg. So let's hold and press here as high as possible. 10, 9, 8. This is also working the waist. 7. The oblique muscles are contracting. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten out the lower leg now. Lean yourself forward so you're not on the trochanter. You're not on the bone, the side bone in the hip, right? It's actually your femur bone. Flex your bottom leg and lift the bottom leg to meet the right as high as possible. Good. So the top leg won't be as high as before because you're balancing on the side hip. Holding. This is actually yoga posture. Holding 3. Good. 2, 1. Excellent. Bring the legs down. Bend your knees. Now we're going to do the abdominals early on. So bring your top hand behind the head. Bring the lower arm in front of you. So straight out in front, palm on the floor. Straighten out your top leg. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Lift the head, chest, and shoulders, elbow to knee. And then breathe in, lower it down. Let's do that again. Here we go. 5 times. 4. Excellent abdominal work. 3. It's going to flatten out the sides of the belly. Here's the last one. Take a little break. If you want to continue with one leg, you may, or you straighten both. Pull in the belly, lengthen out, feel the hardness created at the obliques, and here we go, both legs, 5 times. Woo! 4, do it with 1 if it's too much. 3, this feels good. 2, here's the last one. 1, well done everyone. Bring the legs down, push against the floor. We're going to swing the legs to the opposite side. First thing we'll do is a stretch. Grab a hold of the ankle, raise that arm and lean to the side. You're going to feel everything we've worked there should be stretching out, as well as the neck all the way down to the hip. And this is actually Mermaid's pose. Both knees are bent, you grab your ankles, you lean over. And if you'd like, you can begin looking up to the sky. And let's release. Now you're at the opposite side. So let's slide the arm down. Head is on the arm. Legs are on the floor. Lower leg bent now. Upper leg stretch straight. Flex the foot and raise the leg. Point the toes down a bit so you get more into the glute medius. Raise the leg as high as possible. And we'll pulse here. 10, 9. Good. Working this part of the glutes. It's hard to get to, but if you do, it protects the hip joint. Okay? And it also, it creates, those muscles create a lovely curve of the outer hips. So it's worth it to do for 2 reasons. 2 more pulses. Good. Keep the leg up. Bring your hand down to support. And let's stretch out the bottom leg. So your top leg's going to come down a bit. And bring both legs together. Yeah. You need to roll forward a little bit to find a spot where you're not on the trochanter. You're not on that bone. Shouldn't be uncomfortable. You may roll forward a little bit to find the spot. Support yourself with the lower hand, with the upper hand, sorry. Holding another 3, and you'll feel a big contraction down the side body. 2, this is called Reclining Buddha. 1, bring the leg down. Good job. All right, bend both knees. Now, we'll bring our top hand behind the head. The bottom arm stretches straight out in front of us, palm on the floor. Stretch your top leg, toe pointed, and let's go for the abdominals. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, elbow, knee comes together. Breathing in and out. 3 more times. Keep the belly strong and long. Support the head so there's no strain in the neck. Here's the last one. Woo! Now take a break. Decide whether you're going to do it with one leg or both. Getting ready, deep breath in, breathing out. Breathe in, breathe out. Those knees come to the elbow. In and out. Good, strong obliques. Make for a nice tight waist, but also a strong back. Last one. Good job. Bring the knees down. Set your hands down to lift back up. We switch the side of the legs. Bring your feet to the opposite side so we can stretch out the side that we were just working. Mermaid's pose. Holding. Hold on to the ankles. Maybe you want to turn your head to look skyward. Good job, ladies. Let's release. Lift the knees. Grab behind the thighs. And let's roll down onto our backs. Now it doesn't matter which way we're facing. Reach your legs out, far out onto the mat, knees slightly bent, toes pointing skyward. Hamstring bridge. Lift the hips up. Holding here. Feel like you're pulling your heels towards the shoulders. Relax the neck. Take deep, slow breaths. 3. Keep the knees aligned, okay? So they don't squeeze in, nor do they roll out. 2. And 1. Bring the hips back down. Bring your feet in. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Now this is a really good one for the piriformis. Knees go wide, squeeze your glutes, lift the hips up, and we do dynamic presses. So look higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bringing the hips down. Set your feet hip width, elbows into the floor, squeeze the shoulder blades, and lift your hips up for your half bridge pose. Take some deep, slow breaths here. Holding the position. You're working your glutes and your quadriceps. If you want to take full bridge, you can set your hands, come to the crown of your head and rise all the way up to full bridge. It's up to you. Holding, lengthening out the neck, relaxing the throat, relaxing the jaw. And let's raise our hands over the head, reach behind you, and lower the back 1 vertebra at a time. Very, very slowly until the back is nicely placed on the floor. Good job. Separate your feet as wide as the mat and let your knees fall to the right. Turn your head to the left for an easy and light spinal twist. One knee at a time, raise the knees and let the knees fall to your left. Turn your head to the right. Easy spinal twist. And let's raise one knee at a time. Good. Cross your right ankle over the left thigh. Raise both knees up and we get that stretch through the piriformis. So you could grab just the right leg or around the left or around both, whichever you feel most comfortable with. And then adding on to this, let's stretch the left leg straight and flex the foot. So the more you straighten and flex the foot and keep curve at your low back, the more you're going to get the stretch into the hips as well as the back of the leg. So let's take deep breaths here and hold. Good job. Releasing, rebend the knee, uncross, and we change. Left ankle over the right thigh. Grab behind, however you wish, one leg or both. And when you're ready, stretch the right leg to the sky, foot flexed. Finding curve at the low back is going to increase the stretch down the back of the leg as well. Deep breathing here. Good job. Let's release, uncross the legs. Bring the feet flat on the floor and bring the feet together. Let's raise the arms, palms together for the moment. So knees and feet together, palms together. We're going to line up by opening the arms as wide as possible, palms facing the sky. Keep your shoulders down. As you let your knees fall to the right, keep the left leg stacked on the right. Notice the stretch that goes into the left arm, the left part of the chest and shoulder, and turn your head to the left and hold. Raise your left leg first, the right leg follows. Feet together, knees together again, palms together again, over the head. Reach to the sky, like you're going to touch the ceiling with your fingers. And then we'll open the arms once again, lining them up with the shoulders. Let your knees fall to the left now, stacking the right leg right on top of the left. Turn your head to the right, final twist. Deep breaths and keep the shoulders down so you get that stretch through the front of the right shoulder. Good. And let's raise the right knee, the left knee follows. This time, with your right foot, find the right edge of your mat and slide it down the right edge until you can straighten your leg completely and let the foot roll out to the side. Then the left leg, find the left edge of the mat, slide the foot down the left edge until you find the end and let your foot roll out to the side. Bring your hands now onto your belly and close your eyes. Taking some deep breaths now, in and out of the belly. Feel now yourself relaxing and letting go with each breath. Bring your awareness to your feet and your legs and relax them completely. Your hands, your arms, relax completely. Chest and tummy, lower back and upper back, hips and shoulders, neck and throat, the jaw, all of the tiny muscles in the face. And imagine yourself right now lying down on a soft bed of grass. It is so soft and so comfortable and warm. And imagine that this grass is really super green. And it holds you just above the earth. So you're not quite touching the ground. The grass remains comfortable and warm. And the grass transfers its color and its warmth into your heart center. The color of Anahata chakra at your heart center is green. Imagine it filling your chest with warmth and the power of the color green. Begin now to breathe in and out of the heart center. And begin moving your fingers and your toes. When you are ready, raise your arms up over your head and stretch from fingers to toes. Good, good. Bring your knees up to your chest and squeeze them against the chest, rocking a bit from side to side. Excellent. Let's stretch our right arm to the right ear and roll all the way to the right-hand side. Nice, ladies. Push down into the earth to lift up to a seated position. And let's rub our hands together. Bring your hands over your face, tapping gently around the eyes and maybe even over the forehead and over the cheeks and chin, even over the throat, and shake your hands out. One more time. Hands to your heart center. Have a lovely day, everyone. Thanks for joining today, and namaste. Bravo. All the best.